Once upon a time, there was a creature named Spritzel. He was tall and fluffy and only ever ate schnitzels. Nobody had ever seen a creature quite like him before, with his big orange hair and the crooked suspenders he wore. Spritzel was born in a faraway land, but he wound up on Earth, which he never had planned. He was in his room just minding his business, when he heard a loud boom and thought he just couldn't miss this. He looked outside and was shocked by what he saw, and when the thing started moving, he was truly in awe. It was big and steaming and looked like a pointy tin can. It started to wiggle and out popped a man? Spritzel had never seen a human before, but before he could think, he was pinned to the floor. The humans took Spritzel back to Earth, where they auctioned him off to see how much he was worth. All the people were so excited to see this new alien, but Spritzel just wanted to go home. He did not like being caged in. But soon Spritzel's luck would turn back around. Because of the new friend he was lucky to have just found. A very rich man bought Spritzel for his daughter. He thought it would be the best present he ever could have got her. This young girl's name was Lauren. When she saw Spritzel, she looked up with a grin. They went back to her house with her dad, but Spritzel was starting to get down and sad. When they got to Lauren's house, she gave him a schnitzel, and suddenly Spritzel couldn't be more blissful. He couldn't believe this was also her favorite. Like a dog with his bone is how much they both craved it. After this, Spritzel and Lauren started to talk. He told her how on his planet he lives in a rock, and all of the trees are bendy and striped with some fluff on the top, and the only way you can get from place to place was to hop. Lauren couldn't believe all the things she was hearing. She really wanted to see it herself, so she got to thinking. Lickety-split, she came up with a plan. "Get up!" she exclaimed. "Hop in the van!" They hopped in the car and drove off in a flash. They both had no license and were lucky not to crash. Soon they got to the space center her daddy had bought and jumped in a rocket before they got caught. They pushed a few buttons and pulled on a lever, then took off in a moment, with Lauren feeling ever so clever. Before you knew it, they were out in space, with asteroids and meteors zooming right by their face. A few hours later, they were ready to land the rocket ship. They had found his home planet, called Wigglesnore-Pip. Spritzel was so happy to have returned, and Lauren was excited to see everything she had yearned. There was one other thing they could both agree. They were both as hungry as they ever could be. They went to his house and ate over 100 schnitzels, but unfortunately it was time for Lauren to say goodbye to Spritzel. She had a fun adventure, but she had to go home, so they hugged goodbye before she took off alone. When Lauren got home, her dad was angrier than she expected, but Lauren didn't care, because there was nothing she regretted. Lauren and Spritzel were so happy to have met. They both knew they were the best friends someone ever could get. Even though they are now far away, it's the incredible memories that always will stay.